Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Alana. Welcome to 3 Degrees of Love Divination. If you're new here, welcome. If you're coming back, thank you for joining me again. So as today is February 1st, 2023, and we are kicking off the month of love, essentially, and I am love, and the channel is 3 Degrees of Love. I figured why not start February off with a reading, and so the 2 decks that I want to use in today's reading is from the Gentle Heart Tarot, and this is by Vanessa Simoina, and she is the creator of her product line called Bow Life. I'll have all her stuff linked down below. And the Oracle deck that I found that I feel is just absolutely fitting with who I am discovering myself to actually be, and you know, everything that I stand for, and you know, philosophy and everything that I hold near and dear, is all wrapped up in this wonderful deck that I found by Star Layden, and it's called What Would Love Do? How to Live from Love. And to me, this is just a complete manual to living a life of love. So yeah. All right, so let's get right into it.
Gotta love, gotta love, gotta love one another. 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 No matter what people want you to believe, don't ever turn back on your dreams. It's all in your hands, a change is near. Close your eyes, listen, the sound is so clear.
Okay, so let's just get right into it. I'm going to pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, I thank you for this day. Help me to see clearly the messages I need to see today, Father God, for the collective. Help me to relay all the messages that I receive openly, honestly, and with the highest integrity to all who need to hear this message. Help them to receive it openly, lovingly. And honestly, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. All in the name of love. All right. Okay. Let me see clearly the messages I need to see today. Message. A message for the collect. No, way too many cards. Okay. Thank you. 6 of Diamonds. Oh, sorry. The messages I need to see today, Father God, in Jesus' name I pray, amen. See clearly the messages I need to see today, Father God. And I pray. Okay, so we have 6 of crystals and King of swords. Can you guys see that? Oops. Okay. Okay. So what I'm seeing in these cards, basically, as we talk about love and being the first day of February and the February is the month of love. It's also in the Gregorian calendar, it's which is the calendar system that we Western society follow and have been following for a very, very long time. And February is known as it's the second month of the year, and so the idea of this being the second month of 2023, and you add if you add those numbers, right? 2023, 20, that's what, 43, and then add another 7, that's 8. Eight is the number ultimately, as I've stated in a previous video. 8 is the representation of DNA, the infinity loop, right? So essentially, that's what love is. It's the meshing and the mingling of who we are as a whole. And those of you who know tarot, the 6 of diamonds is that representation of give and take, right? Materialism, in this deck, sorry, I should explain. So the 6 of diamonds in this deck is the association of the 6 of pentacles, or 6 of coins, right? And the idea of the law of karma, give to receive, right? And 6 of crystals in this deck, which is the translation in a regular Rider-Waite-Smith tarot, is the 6 of wands, right? Which those of you who know tarot is the idea of celebration, right? Joy, happiness, right? And may I remind you, given everything that is going on, not only is this the month of love, being the second, right? A duality representation of partnership and all of that, but we're also beginning the month of Black history and honoring that. And what a better not representation of, you know, like minds coming together, right? The creator of this beautiful deck that you currently see in front of you, which is the Gentle Heart Tarot, is done by a beautiful Black woman by the name of Vanessa Samoya. You know, and the beautiful empire that she's created, you know, Bow Life is right. Bow, the you know, the name itself, beauty. Well, that's what our world is. That's what we are. We're the reflection of the beauty in what we see, and we should be seeing that when we look out. You should be able to see that in the reflection of those around you, because we are all essentially the same. And celebrating that. And how do we do that? Well, the King of Swords here is the embodiment of, well, King of Swords is, and swords in tarot is the representation of thought and intellect. How do we embrace that? How do we embrace and be able to celebrate give and take and duality and reflection and all of that, and balance that? How do we do that? By mastering our thoughts, our own thoughts. We cannot control others. We can only control ourselves. And that's what is to be remembered here. That's what I see in these cards. All right, so I'm going to just read from the guidebook. Okay, so 6 of Diamonds. On the page. Okay. 6 of Diamonds. 6 of Diamonds, upright. You've got a good heart with pure intentions. Even the smallest gesture of kindness does not go unnoticed or without reciprocation. Because of your ability to give, the universe wants you to receive. You are experiencing an increase in abundance, closely linked to your caring nature and sense of responsibility for your family, friends and community. You understand that you are only as successful as the person next to you, making you an invaluable role model of our society. Working alongside others and engaging in philanthropic projects is helping you reach goals more effectively. You do not see yourself as any different or more deserving. This thought process is what keeps you spiritually connected, balanced, and in a state of generosity. How big of you? Reversed. Remember that activism without financial means won't fight injustice in our world as it currently stands. The unfortunate reality is that some people only understand financial incentives. This depressing truth can deeply sadden those of us who want to believe in the good. You may feel like it's a battle of greed that isn't worth fighting. Understandably so. Turning to merely minding your own business for a while can be the healthiest approach. At least until you have restored some of your personal balance. Being kind and compassionate requires strength. And to be strong for others, you sometimes must first take care of yourself. So for me to take away the balance is that you have to positivity and leading and living by example and the laws and understanding the laws of karma. You always have to be willing to give for you to be in that space to receive. But you also have to remember, right, there's that balance. In order for you to be in the best position to give to others, you have to take care of yourself. But that does not mean that when you have taken care of yourself, that you are not to return to doing what is rightfully the will of life and balanced karma. If you only look after yourself, then you tip the scales. And man, oh man, has society tipped those scales for and been tipping those scales for a very long time. What? Okay. So, 6 of crystals. Oh, that's too far here. Oh yeah, I forgot. Never mind. Six of crystals. Upright, sweet victory. Expect success, for everything is working in your favor right now. The 6 of crystals is symbolic of good news and public recognition. It is a great feeling to be triumphant and overcome any adversities placed in your way. Continue to lead the way and be confident. You know what you are doing and are an inspiration to those surrounding you. Reversed. You're impatient because of delays in your plans for success. Not only do you feel agitated, but in a way also betrayed. You expected to successfully keep to your timeline, but circumstances outside of your control made this impossible. You're tempted to force the missing piece into a space in which it will never properly fit, which is just causing more unnecessary strain. To be more reasonable with your expectations for a try to be more reasonable with your expectations for a situation that lies outside of your control. So essentially, the thoughts that we've led ourselves to believe to present on the way or what love is wrong. Also, the things that we've endured by people who have made false claims of love is the very detriment to why humanity, life as we know it right now, is the state that it's in. And it's only by doing the shadow work, by facing those evils, those traumas, and why they're there, why they exist, because a lot of what we carry isn't always just our own. We're carrying the pains of our ancestors and of our past as well. That's what's has driving everyone to be and operate to where it's been, right? And for people like me, the empath who feels things and more than the average person, and you know, and despite what the world has thrown, you know, and I'm just talking about my personal experience, but I'm also from observation talking about those that are like me, or those that I see myself in and know about and heard the stories and connect with. I see that, you know, where, you know, all of a sudden we see these people who, you know, seem to be the shining lights are just dropping like flies. These are the empaths that are the ones that that have been going against the grain and go against the grain. And man, oh man, and the more that people give in to that evil, the more the load is of that negative feeling. The rest of us, that little group, those ones who feel things very deeply, feel the burden even more. And man, and as a whole, people are burning out. We had the suicide rate, the strain on humanity, right? We like, I just got off Bell Let's Talk, right, and talking about mental health, right? Anyway, it's the divide. It's that ego. Right? That has allowed for all this destruction and evil and divide. It's only us as it's only within our individual selves can we control ourselves and what we do. That's the only way for us to be able to restore the natural flow. What is love? All right. King of Swords. Where are you, Swords? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. King of Swords. King of Swords. Upright. If you need honest and trustworthy advice, the King of Swords is your person. He fights for what he feels is right and believes in the importance of fairness. He does not take emotionality into account. So playing the victim won't go very far with the King of Swords. Instead, he only approves of the most logical conclusion and values decisions that promote long-term results rather than instant gratification. Excellent communication skills are what allow the King of Swords to thrive in a professional environment. He sees right through disingenuous human beings and isn't afraid to call them out on their lies, which is another reason why the King of Swords represents a strong and very much liked leader. Reversed. Because the King of Swords is so eloquent and often academically talented, when put in the wrong place at the wrong time, things can get ugly. Words can cut deep, sometimes even deeper than any weapon. An unpredictable temper, such as when this card is reversed, foreshadows some nasty discussions or difficult conversations in your life. Furthermore, engaging in superficial gossip is another sign that things have fallen out of balance. This is a time in which your focus must be realigned towards positive, meaningful interactions rather than surface level chatter. So essentially what I have come to interpret from that is that, well, essentially the idea of shadow work and, you know, confronting our shadows and understanding why we may feel a certain way, why we think a certain way, where does that come from? And it's not even just a matter of looking deeper into our lives and into our current lives, what we've endured now, but also looking at historically what our ancestors have endured. What are the ways of thinking that have arrived from those things? And, you know, and where has that sort of thinking influenced how you see things now? And really sitting down to really question on whether those things are actually right or not. How many times have we made the mistake of because of something that we've done, we've endured, we've then made a mistake in judgment, an error in judgment of someone else because we were triggered by some sort of something that was similar. Sorry, I don't know where it cut out, but as we work together, that is how we will continue to grow and evolve, right? So it's taking control over that thought, our thoughts, our mental health, that controls the rest of us. It's through that and cooperation that helps to build and grow. Diving back into and repairing and doing the shadow work, the pains of our past, is what's going to heal us going forward. If we don't heal the roots of our past, we don't have solid footing or solid ground to be whole enough to be able to control ourselves and be healthy mentally for the greater good. Shadow work is important. Love is important. I can talk to you today and truly say with certainty that I am love. I know from which I came. That took a long time. To get me to this point. I've been walking in essentially what I believe is darkness for 40 years of my life. I instinctually knew who I was, and instinctually was always what I truly wanted to be to others and have, and naturally was taken from in in more ways than one, till it really near broke me. And I had to go deep into myself to really find my self-worth. But I tell you, once I did, best thing ever. But it just sort of seemed to be what I always, I guess, knew. And as I did my shadow work, and and I continue to do that, and I've gathered all these pieces of myself essentially and tried to understand them better, is where I can also see my reflection in others and know that is why I've always been naturally the way that I've been. Because it's exactly what it is. In my deep down in my subconscious, I know we're all connected. I feel that. But I also know that it's only through that inner work and that inner journey that I've done that I can see myself in anyone that crosses my path. because we're made up of the same stuff, which is DNA. We always have and we always will be the infinity of life, because that's DNA. So basically what I'm saying is, if I'm love, I know that others are too. We are all connected no matter what. And so because of that, we should treat each other as such. Because it's from where we've come from, where we go back to, and where we are then yet to become again. See clearly the messages I need to see today, Father God, in Jesus' name. Help me to see clearly the messages I need to see today, Father God, in Jesus' name I pray. Amen. See clearly the messages I need to see today. Okay, so make courage a habit. It's like the wellspring of eternal happiness. Courage. Courage is doing what's right in the face of fear. True courage is the ability to face fear and soldier on, meeting challenges and hurdles with determination and resolve. Speaking up is courageous. Defending the truth is courageous. Holding your boundaries is courageous. Being vulnerable is courageous. Asking for the raise, claiming your worth, sticking to what you know is true, confronting your accuser, all these take courage. Whether you know it or not, you're called upon to be courageous every day. Your inner wisdom knows what you should do, and you don't buckle under the fear. Courage is acting in a positive way with the intention of revealing the truth of ourselves. Oftentimes it feels very counterintuitive. We don't want to take the action, but we must. No one can give you courage. Courage comes from within. Courage keeps your heart strong and is a beacon of inspiration to others all around you. Courage is the antidote. Courage is the antidote to fearlessness, faint-heartedness, disempowerment, anxiety, panic, discouragement, dismay, intimidation, nervousness, suspiciousness, weakness, submissiveness, cowardliness, and making decisions from fear rather than love. What would love do? Practice with your thoughts. What would courage do? What am I willing to do? Remember, my voice matters, my opinion matters, and my feelings matter. I have a place. I belong here. Remind yourself, I am courageous anytime I speak my truth. Practice with your words. Sometimes it takes courage to say that you care for someone. Find the courage to speak words of love to those you care about. Bravely speak your truth with a thoughtful tone and an open heart. Write down what you are afraid of. Challenge yourself to take one small step toward overcoming this fear. Practice with your deeds. Be vulnerable. Be the first one to take action. Power pose. Stand with your hands on your hips for 2 minutes before you communicate an important message. I guess I should have done that first. Have the courage to smile and make more eye contact with the people you encounter. Dedication. I dedicate all the courage in the world to those who feel powerless, discouraged, anxious, and afraid. May we be courageous. May the love in our hearts win over our fears. Affirmations. I am courageous. I am courageous when I do what's right in the face of fear. I am courageous when I vulnerably share the truth of who I am. I am love. My name is Alana. Thank you for joining me on my channel, 3 Degrees of Love. Until I see you again, or you see me again, I am sending you lots of love. Live, listen, and learn. Love you. Bye.
Gotta love, gotta love, gotta love one another. Gotta love, gotta love, gotta love one another. Gotta love, gotta love, gotta love one another. No matter what people want.